Hi friends, welcome back to Kat's Book Corner, the place where we dive into all things romance books, hot takes, and happily ever afters. This is part 2 of my in-depth yes, no, or maybe for the books that I read in 2025. Alrighty, once again, here is my spoiler warning. Just because I will be talking about these books a little bit, I'll be ranting and raving. So just so that I've covered all of our bases, here's a spoiler warning for all of these books. Alrighty, starting off part 2 strong with The Striker by Ana Huang. This gets a yes from me. I love this book. It is a great start to the Gods of the Game series. It is long, so just be prepared. It's like a 600 something, 500, 600 page book. It's long. And some of the details I felt like maybe weren't needed, but it didn't take for my overall vote of a yes. So The Striker, all of the MMCs in this series are football players. They're soccer players if you speak North American English. Asher Donovan and Charlotte make a very interesting couple. She is a ballet teacher who has a little bit of a tragic backstory. He is a all-star football player who's in the hot seat. He gets paired up for the summer to train with her so he can learn some discipline and some technique and some delicacy. And romance ensues, forced proximity. It's also a little bit of a forbidden romance because she is his team captain's sister. This makes for a very interesting dynamic. All in all, things work out lovely and there's a happily ever after. We always love a happily ever after. The Striker by Ana Huang, yes. After that, we have Every Summer After by Carley Fortune. I absolutely adored this book. I decided to go to her book tour of One Golden Summer. This book is not required that you read it before you read One Golden Summer. It is like Every Summer After and One Golden Summer are standalone books. However, there are characters that appear in One Golden Summer that are also in Every Summer After. So I wanted to get a little bit of the background knowledge. I absolutely loved this book. It is so well written. It is Carley Fortune's debut novel. It is amazing. She writes about, at least in Every Summer After and in One Golden Summer, her hometown of Barry's Bay, Ontario. It's up north. It's actually not too terribly far from where I live, about a few hours. And it talks about how Percy and Sam grow up together. Percy's parents have a seasonal home up north. He lives there permanently with his mom and his brother. And every summer when she goes up, Percy and Sam hang out and their romance starts to grow and grow as they get older. And then comes time for her parents to sell their seasonal home up north and for them to go away to college. And things kind of break apart. So this book is written in like current POV and then like back in time POV. So you kind of get snippets as it's coming along. It really hit home for me. I really love like starting young romance that really resonates with me. This book just hit all the right feels. Once again, ended in happily ever after and just was so cute and so relatable. I'm personally from a small town, so getting to read about a book from an author who's from a small town where it's set in a small town was a really great experience. So Every Summer After, yes. Next up, we have One Golden Summer. I read this for Carley Fortune's book tour of One Golden Summer, and I went to go see her in Huntsville. I did post about it when I went to go, but that was a while ago. That was this past summer. One Golden Summer talks about Sam's, from the previous books, older brother Charlie. Charlie is back in Barry's Bay after he spent some time away, and he meets this girl who is up there taking care of her grandma for the summer. There's a little bit of a forced proximity. There's a little bit of playfulness. They're both older now. They're like in their 30s. And she's trying to figure out what to do with her life after she just broke up with her boyfriend. And he's trying to figure out what to do with his life. Something scary is happening for him. And then he finds out that a picture that was taken of him and his brother and Percy in their iconic yellow boat was taken by Alice, the her. After they talk about this, after there's some forced proximity, after there's some playful witty banter and playful flirting, romance once again ensues. The end of the summer comes. There's a little bit of that third act breakup scenery. and then something major happens, and all of the like coming back together stuff happens within like the last like 50 pages of this book. It had me so enthralled because I was like, they best be getting back together. I'm gonna cry if they don't. And lo and behold, happily ever after ensues. So One Golden Summer, also yes. After that, I listened to Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. This audiobook is so well done. So well done. I couldn't stop listening to it. I wanted to listen to it every moment of every day. It is definitely a great way for you to kind of like dip your toes into dark romance. I was a little worried about it. I primarily read like fluffy romance, you know, flowers and princesses and unicorns type thing versus the dark romance stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with dark romance, but I was a little worried about my preferences. But there's so much hype around this book. I was like, I have to listen. Everyone's hyping about this book. Josh is such a golden retriever. It is such a great book. The voice actors are so talented and made me feel like I was there living this book. It hits all the right spots of dark romance without going too far. Because Josh is a golden retriever, he's not scary. He's trying to make himself seem scary, but he's not scary. And Allie is just such like a powerhouse. I love her so much. I love her strength and her courage and her wisdom. So Lights Out, 10 out of 10 yes. After that, I read King of Envy, back to the Kings of Sin series. We're finishing off what is out, at least for 2025. I absolutely love Vuk. I love kind of that dynamic of he's hard to get, but he's not playing hard to get. He just is just the way that he is. He's quiet, he's reserved, he doesn't talk. So quite literally, he's quiet. He talks to barely anyone. And he was in a tragic incident. I don't really want to call it an accident. It was an incident that left him with some permanent scarring, which makes him unconventionally attractive. He is just being himself, but he is obsessed with the supermodel Ayana. Unfortunately, she's engaged. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't know that engagement is fake, because the man that she's engaged to he's not fancying anybody, if you catch my drift. Yeah, she's going along with his engagement, both for her benefit and for his benefit. She's going through all the woes of the modeling industry, and he's observing from afar. He's in love. He can't tell her that he's in love. And also he's himself. So he's quiet, he's reserved, he doesn't talk to her. Then he finds out that the engagement is fake. Oh, now he can do some stuff with that. He didn't realize the engagement was fake. But also he has a dark and twisty past that he has to deal with that's come back to haunt him. So they have to navigate all of this together without her really knowing the full details. Then she gets caught up in it, and he comes to her rescue, as he should, and everything ends up so nice together. And their little, I don't want to spoil it too much, but their little story at the end, the way that he put things together, so nice. It was so cute, and it's so romantic. And the fact that he opens up and talks to her, he doesn't talk to her all the time, but he eventually starts talking to her. Oh, it gave me the chills. Like, Vuk is the definition of Morley Gray. If you love a Morley Gray MMC, you need to read King of Envy. So, King of Envy, definite yes for me. Okay, after this, we have With Any Luck by Ashley Poston. This book for me is a no. It's a novella. It's exclusive to Amazon, like Amazon Prime Reading. It didn't really capture me. It didn't really draw me in. It wasn't horrid, but it just really didn't capture my interest. And it kind of moved fast, and some stuff was really confusing. And I remember reading it and being like, did I miss something? Like, I must have missed something because I don't understand what's going on. So this book from me gets a no. After that, we have Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. It's in the same series as Lights Out. This book from me gets a no. I listened to the audiobook, like the voice acting, the storyline, it was all fine. Like, the voice acting was really great, actually. Sorry, let me revise. I found that the story just didn't capture me the way that Lights Out did, and it was kind of a disappointing follow-up to Lights Out. I wanted there to be more, and I kind of wanted there to be just something that wasn't there. And it just kind of was a disappointing follow-up to Lights Out. I did do a full review of both Lights Out and Caught Up on this channel. So you can check them out to kind of see more what my thoughts were like right after listening to them. Caught Up was just missing something for me. And I think part of it might just be that I don't really resonate with either of these characters. I don't have a lot of knowledge on either of their worlds. So it made it hard to kind of relate. So this book, unfortunately, is a no from me. And I'm disappointed after listening to Lights Out. So fingers crossed the third book brings her back up again. Alrighty. After that, I read The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I absolutely love Ali Hazelwood. My favorite book from her so far is still Love Theoretically. I think that's because I'm a math nerd. I think that's also because I'm diabetic and the female main character in that book is also diabetic. But The Love Hypothesis is a very close second on that list, okay? I am a nerd, so reading about people in STEM just brings me joy, and I love that they get romance. Their dynamic is so cute. She's a student, she's a PhD student, PhD grad, and he's a professor. He's known for being kind of a hard and for being stuck up and not being very well liked. She gets into this predicament where she tells her best friend that she's dating someone new, so that way the best friend can date a guy that she used to date. She's like, no, I'm over him. And then the best friend doesn't believe her. So then she has to be like, oh, I'll prove it. And then accidentally kisses this professor. And she's like, uh-oh. So she has to stick with it. Problem is that she doesn't know from previous interaction that they had that he is madly in love with her, or has had a mad crush on her at least. And she also really can't stop thinking about him from that same interaction, but doesn't realize that it's him. So they go through this whole fake dating. They're putting up with it. You know, she is worried that he's not into it. He's being all gentlemanly like. We don't get his POV until the bonus content at the end of the book. It's all from her POV. So, you know, she's like, I guess he's just going with it. He's just being nice. And then they go to a conference and she can't get a hotel room. He's like, oh, I have 2 beds in my hotel room. You can come stay with me. Well, that spices things up quite a bit. And they really start to recognize that they have true feelings in this fake relationship. The Love Hypothesis, 100% yes from me. After that is Bride, also by Ali Hazelwood. I read this kind of right around the Halloween-y-ish time. I absolutely love this book. I love that Ali has delved into paranormal romance. I really love this book. It does paranormal romance so well. She's a vampire, he's a werewolf, but it's written in a way so that it doesn't feel like they're not relatable characters. You can relate to her, you can relate to him. They both still have like humanoid features. It sticks with that people in STEM mentality. It's like an arranged marriage to symbolize peace between the two communities of the weres and the vampires. And it's really cute to see their dynamics meld together, and her being like, this is how we do things where I'm from. He's like, this is how we do things where I'm from. You can't do this. I thought I knew this. I can't do that. And it's wonderful to get to see them like learn about each other's lives. And also, unbeknownst to her, she's his mate. And he knows this. And unfortunately, her dad knows this. But she does not know this. So she's getting all these mixed signals from him. And then there's the third act breakup. And she's left thoroughly confused. Then there's a little bit of drama. She meets together with her missing best friend that she's been looking for this entire time while she's in were territory. And finds out that she's been taken by her dad. Them both. They both have been taken by her dad. So, someone has to come to the rescue. And he does. And it delivers. Don't worry. And they get back together for happily ever after. So, Bride from Ali Hazelwood. Chef's kiss, yes, from me. After that, we have Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. This is a novella that is also exclusive to Amazon. It's a cute little like winter holiday read. It sticks loosely with that people in STEM theme. It's about kind of a second chance romance-ish / like childhood romance get back together. And it's just a cute, fun little novella. If you're looking for like a quick, cute holiday read, I highly recommend that you read Cruel Winter with You, especially if you already love Ali Hazelwood's other work. Cruel Winter with You Yes. Next up, I listened to The Princess Bride by William Goldman. To me, this is a classic. I love the movie, and I was like, you know what? I should read the book. So I listened to the book, which is still reading. Still counts as a book. I just didn't physically read it. So, if you're unfamiliar with The Princess Bride, it is about this girl who grows up and has a farm boy, and he doesn't talk much. He kind of keeps to himself. And as the years go on, she realizes that he loves her, she loves him. The romance just starts to bloom, and he gets whisked away, and he promises to come back and that they will be together forever. He never comes back. She continues to live her life, and the prince of the kingdom is like, I need a wife. You're gonna be my wife now. And she's like, but I don't love you, I love him. And he's like, I don't need you to love me, I just need you to be my wife. And she says, okay. And then we pan to the other side. There's these 3 criminals, I guess we'll say. They are looking to kidnap the Princess Buttercup, who will soon be the Queen Buttercup. They want her for money, obviously. So they kidnap her, and she says, you know, my soon-to-be husband, Prince Humperdinck, he will come to find you. And then comes the Dread Pirate Roberts, and he fights all of these thugs off, and he captures the Princess Buttercup. Now, this Dread Pirate Roberts seems a little familiar to Princess Buttercup. It's because it's her farm boy. So they go on through this adventure together. There's a little bit of tension. There's a little bit of incidences along the way. And of course, happily ever after ensues. The Princess Bride, definitely a yes. Alrighty, next up is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Another Canadian author, represent, woot woot. I absolutely loved this book. I have never read Elsie Silver before. This was the first book of hers that I've read. This is also the first book in the Rose Hill series. It talks about kind of a little bit of that forbidden romance, a little bit of that second chance romance. She comes back home. She's trying to figure out if she should break up with her boyfriend or not. She decides to break up with her current boyfriend. And she starts working for her brother's best friend, because he's moved back to the area to start his own record company. She's doing all of his financial stuff. They're working in the same office, a little bit of that forced proximity. He's had feelings for her for a very long time, never admitted them to her. Finally, she starts to pick up on his cues, and she starts to realize that there's more to him than she thought. Also, in the mix, surprise, he has a daughter he never knew about because he did a little donation to get some quick money, and that donation turned into a baby. And then that baby grew up a little bit. She's a teenager, and she's having a little bit of trouble with her current home life. So she comes to find him for help. And so Rosie is helping him kind of raise her along the way, helping her like integrate into his life. And it's a whole beautiful story. So if you're looking for a fluffy romance with all of these tropes, 10 out of 10 recommend. Alrighty, after this we have Beneath the Surface by John Hargrove. This book is about orcas in captivity, kind of like a follow-up to the movie Blackfish. He was interviewed for the movie Blackfish. If you're not familiar and you want to educate yourself more about orcas in captivity, I highly, 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 highly recommend that you check out Blackfish. I also highly, 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 highly recommend that you check out this book. It talks about his life. It talks about his time at SeaWorld, being a trainer, and at other marine parks. He didn't just work for SeaWorld. And it talks about how he built this relationship with orcas. He loved orcas. He, always wanted to be a trainer, but then when he starts working there, he kind of finds out that things aren't as they seem to the public eye, but he also still wants to be there for these whales. And it's a really touching story. It is deep. It is emotional. It talks about heavy topics, so just be warned that it is a bit of a tearjerker, and it talks about real serious issues that we still have today. I grew up near Marineland in Ontario, so I grew up going to similar environments that what he worked in, so I can kind of relate and have some knowledge about what he's talking about. I also have a deep love for orca. If you're looking to get yourself educated about orcas in captivity, I know this isn't normally what I talk about or normally what I read, but I really wanted to read his book because I knew it would provide me a lot of in-depth knowledge. So if you're looking to get yourself more educated, I highly recommend you check out Blackfish the movie and Beneath the Surface by John Hargrove. Also, for the audiobook, he narrates it himself, which is great to see that personal touch coming from the author. So this book, 100% yes. please go read it. Alrighty, and my second last book that I read in 2025 is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. It is her YA romance novel. It is so cute. I love that there's kind of this reborn love for chess coming from the female main character. I love that Nolan kind of just has this I don't care about the publicity attitude. They come together. She has lost her love for chess over an incident from her childhood. Her best friend is like, please come play this game. I need one more person for this tournament. She plays the tournament. She plays Nolan. Nolan Sawyer is the top rated chess player in the world. And she beats him. And he doesn't know what to do about it. So he keeps trying to find her and keep trying to find her because he is so just mystified that someone beat him and he wants to know more about this person. So she plays this one last chess game. She's like, okay, that's it. I'm never playing chess again. Then she gets approached to join a league, the Zugzwang League, and they meet up again. And she almost beats him again. There's a little bit of minutia that goes with that, unfortunately. But I just love their dynamic. I love the back and forth. I also love that this is a YA book where both of the main characters are truly like young adults. Like they're both, like she's 18, he's 21, I think. I love that it's YA, it relates to YA, but me as someone in my mid-20s, I don't feel weird like reading it. It feels still relatable to me. Definitely love this book. Still loving the people in STEM trope. 10 out of 10 recommend. And the final book I read this year, drum roll please, is They Both at the End by Adam Silvera. I knew that this book was going to be a tearjerker. I assumed it was going to have similar vibes to If He Had Been With Me and If Only I Had Told Her. I was fully prepared for the waterworks, but this book just blew me away. And then I'm so excited to read, excited. I really want to read the next two books. It drew me in, it captured me, it made me feel all these feelings, and I love, it kind of has a little bit of that dystopian feel. I really do love a YA dystopian book, like The Hunger Games or Divergent, stuff like that. I really like that. So yeah, this for me just got an overall 10 out of 10 recommend. Alrighty friends, thanks for journeying with me on all of the books that I read in 2025. Let me know in the comments below, were some of my yeses your nos? Were some of my nos your yeses? Was something a maybe? Did you not know how to feel? It's relatable. Alrighty friends, don't forget to hit that like button, drop all your thoughts in the comment section down below, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another bookish video. And until next time, keep reading, keep dreaming, and I'll see y'all later. Toodles!